Hello again, curious minds, and welcome back. Today, we're diving into a topic that's going to blow your mind. Did you know that being too nice can actually be harmful to your mental health? Yep, you heard that right. A study from the University of Toronto found that people who are overly friendly and always putting others first are more likely to suffer from anxiety, depression, and burnout. Shocking, right? It's like being nice has a hidden dark side that nobody talks about. Feeling FOMO kicking in? Don't worry, we've got the antidote. Hit subscribe and become part of the coolest crew on the internet. Let's make FOMO a thing of the past. Thank you in earnest. Now, on with the show. Think about it. How often do you say yes to things you don't want to do just to keep the peace or make someone else happy? How often do you find yourself exhausted because you're trying to be everything to everyone? The truth is, constantly bending over backwards to please others can take a serious toll on your mental and physical health. But don't worry, because today, we're going to turn that around. In this video, I'm going to share 7 practical steps to help you stop being a pushover and start setting boundaries. Imagine a life where you can be kind and helpful without feeling drained or taken advantage of. Sounds good, right? Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to reclaim your time, energy, and self-respect. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Chapter 1. Why we become people pleasers. Ever wonder why you always say yes even when you don't want to? A lot of it starts in childhood. Maybe you learned that being good and pleasing others got you love and attention, or society taught you that being nice all the time is the way to get ahead. Understanding why you became a people pleaser is the first step to changing that habit. When you're young, you might have felt you needed to be extra nice to get approval from your parents, teachers, or friends. These early experiences shape how you interact with people as an adult. On top of that, our culture often rewards kindness and cooperation, making it hard to see when you're being too nice for your own good. Once you understand these roots, you can start to change the pattern. Acknowledge where these habits came from, but also recognize that you can choose to act differently now. As adults, people-pleasing behaviors can be reinforced by workplace dynamics and social expectations. At work, you might believe that agreeing to everything will make you a more valuable employee, but this often leads to burnout and resentment. Socially, you might think being always available will make you a better friend, but it can lead to feeling taken for granted. By identifying these behaviors and understanding their origins, you can start to shift your mindset and make changes that prioritize your well-being. Chapter 2. Spotting the signs of being too friendly. How do you know if you're too nice? If you have a hard time saying no, avoid conflicts at all costs, or constantly seek validation from others, you might be a people pleaser. This chapter will help you recognize these signs and understand how they affect your life. People pleasers often say yes to things they don't want to do, just to avoid feeling guilty. This can lead to burnout because you end up overcommitting yourself. It's not just about being busy, though. Always putting others first can make you feel like you're never enough and damage your self-esteem. Noticing these signs is the first step towards change. Pay attention to when you're agreeing to things reluctantly or feeling drained by others' demands. Other signs include feeling responsible for others' happiness, apologizing frequently even when you're not at fault, and feeling uncomfortable if someone is upset with you. These behaviors stem from a desire to maintain harmony and avoid conflict, but they often result in your own needs being overlooked. By recognizing these patterns, you can start to take steps to address them. Start by keeping a journal of your interactions for a week. Note when you say yes to something you didn't want to do, when you apologize unnecessarily, and when you feel drained by others' demands. This can help you see the patterns in your behavior and understand how being too nice is impacting your life. Recognizing the problem is the first step to making positive changes. Chapter 3. Learning to say no. Saying no is hard, but it's a crucial skill if you want to stop being overly friendly. This chapter will teach you how to say no confidently and without feeling guilty. It's all about clear communication and understanding your own limits. Start by figuring out what's important to you and where your limits are. Once you know that, practice saying no in a polite but firm way. For instance, if a friend asks you to do something you can't handle, you might say, "I'd love to help, but I'm really busy right now. Maybe another time?" Learning to say no is about valuing your own time and energy. It helps to remember that saying no to one thing often means saying yes to something more important. It's helpful to rehearse your responses. Practice saying no in front of a mirror or with a friend you trust. You might say, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't take this on right now." Or, "I need to focus on my own tasks, so I can't help this time." The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Another tip is to delay your response. If you're caught off guard by a request, it's okay to say, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." This gives you time to consider your capacity and make a decision that's right for you. Remember, your time and energy are valuable, and it's okay to protect them. Chapter 4. Building self-respect. Self-respect is key to breaking free from the need to please everyone. This chapter will show you how to build your self-esteem and treat yourself with the same kindness you show others. Start by being kind to yourself, especially when things don't go as planned. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and set realistic goals that you can achieve. Treating yourself well helps you feel better about saying no to things that don't serve you. Building self-respect involves acknowledging your worth and not allowing others to take advantage of your good nature. By valuing yourself, you set the stage for others to value you as well. Begin with self-compassion. When you make a mistake or face criticism, resist the urge to be overly harsh on yourself. Instead, treat yourself with the same understanding and kindness you'd offer a friend. This can significantly improve your self-esteem and help you build a stronger sense of self-worth. Setting realistic goals is another important step. Break down larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Each time you achieve one of these smaller tasks, acknowledge your accomplishment. This not only boosts your confidence, but also reinforces your ability to succeed and respect yourself. Lastly, take time for self-care. This means making time for activities that you enjoy and that recharge you, whether it's reading a book, taking a walk, or spending time with loved ones. Prioritizing your own needs helps you build a foundation of self-respect that makes it easier to set boundaries and say no when necessary. Chapter 5. Being assertive without being aggressive. Being assertive means standing up for yourself while still being respectful to others. This chapter will guide you on how to communicate assertively, using the right body language and tone of voice. Assertiveness is about being clear and honest. If you're asked to do something you can't manage, instead of agreeing reluctantly, say, "I can't take this on right now, but I appreciate you thinking of me." It's about being honest without being harsh. Assertiveness isn't about confrontation. It's about expressing your needs directly and respectfully. Practicing assertiveness can help you feel more in control and reduce the stress of always trying to please others. Start by using I statements, which help express your feelings without blaming others. For example, say, "I feel overwhelmed when I have too many tasks," instead of, "You're giving me too much work." This way, you communicate your feelings without making the other person defensive. Your body language is also crucial. Stand or sit up straight, make eye contact, and use a calm, steady voice. These non-verbal cues show that you're confident and serious about what you're saying. Avoid crossing your arms or looking away, as these can make you seem defensive or unsure. Practice active listening as well. Being assertive also means respecting others' viewpoints. Show that you're listening by nodding and summarizing what they've said before responding. This creates a more balanced conversation where both parties feel heard and respected. Chapter 6. Setting and managing expectations. One of the reasons people end up being too nice is that they don't manage their own or others' expectations. This chapter will help you set realistic expectations and communicate them effectively. Be clear about what you can and can't do from the beginning. This helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures that others don't expect too much from you. It's also important to adjust your own expectations and understand that you can't make everyone happy all the time. Managing expectations involves being upfront about your limits and not overcommitting yourself. It's about balancing your needs with the demands placed on you by others. When taking on new tasks or projects, clearly outline what you're capable of and any limitations you have. For example, if you're starting a new project at work, you might say, "I can dedicate X hours a week to this project, but I won't be able to take on additional tasks." This sets clear boundaries and helps others understand your capacity. It's also crucial to communicate these expectations regularly. If circumstances change and you need to adjust your commitments, inform the relevant people as soon as possible. This helps avoid misunderstandings and ensures that everyone is on the same page. Adjust your personal expectations as well. Understand that it's okay to prioritize your well-being and that you don't have to be everything to everyone. Accepting this can relieve a lot of pressure and help you maintain a healthier balance in your life. Chapter 7. Building strong, healthy relationships. Good relationships are based on mutual respect. This chapter will show you how to build relationships that respect your boundaries and support your well-being. It also covers how to distance yourself from toxic relationships. Focus on spending time with people who respect you and your boundaries. If a relationship consistently drains you or makes you feel bad, it might be time to reconsider it. Healthy relationships should make you feel valued and supported. Building strong relationships involves surrounding yourself with people who appreciate you for who you are and who don't take advantage of your kindness. Start by evaluating your current relationships. Are there people in your life who always seem to take without giving back? Do certain individuals make you feel guilty for setting boundaries? Identifying these toxic relationships is the first step toward change. Next, communicate your needs and boundaries clearly. Let your friends and loved ones know what you can and cannot do. True friends will understand and respect your limits. For example, you might say, "I need some time for myself this weekend, so I won't be able to hang out. Let's plan something for next week instead." Lastly, nurture the positive relationships in your life. Spend time with people who support and uplift you. These relationships should be reciprocal, where both parties feel valued and respected. Investing in these healthy relationships can help you build a strong support network that respects your boundaries and well-being. Stopping the habit of being overly friendly doesn't mean you have to become cold or distant. Instead, it's about finding a balance where you're kind to others without sacrificing your own well-being. By understanding your tendencies, setting clear boundaries, and building self-respect, you can be friendly in a way that also honors your needs. Remember, true friendship and respect come from mutual understanding and appreciation. As you implement these strategies, you'll find that you can still be kind and approachable while also taking care of yourself. It's about learning to value your own time and energy as much as you value others. When you set boundaries, you're not only protecting yourself, but you're also teaching others how to treat you with the respect you deserve. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but with practice, it will become second nature. Start small. Practice saying no to small requests that you don't have the time or energy for. Gradually, work your way up to bigger boundaries. Celebrate your progress, no matter how minor it may seem. Every step you take towards reclaiming your power is a victory. Also, remember that it's okay to make mistakes. You might find yourself slipping back into old habits, and that's completely normal. The important thing is to recognize it and get back on track. Be patient with yourself and keep practicing. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're setting boundaries and taking back your power. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and remember, being kind to yourself is just as important as being kind to others. See you in the next video.